A common thing that I see on social media and even just all around whatever is people who end up getting tunnel vision. It could be practitioners, it could be parents. I do see it a lot with practitioners, which is why I try very hard not to have tunnel vision. And tunnel vision with this worked for me. And so this is what's going to work for you. So, maybe it was the carnivore diet or the vegan diet or this particular parasite treatment or this particular, brain exercise program. And what happens is whenever we do that, we are being overly simplistic in assuming just because this was the thing that finally worked for me, it's going to be the thing that finally worked for you. That I tried all of these, 10, 20, 30 things for years, sometimes on end. These are people that have like gone through really initiations or baptism by fire, and they've come through it and they want to share with the world what worked for them. Because they want to help others and they mean it genuinely and so forth. And I get it. I've been there too, but what I want to caution you against is assuming that just because something worked amazingly for someone else, it sadly doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. And it doesn't mean that it's hopeless. It just means that you have to have an open mind and also be aware that just because something works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And instead bring in an integrative approach where you're bringing in different modalities, listening to either your body or helping your child, tune into their body or tune into your child and see what's shifting and so forth. Because when we get into this rigid thinking, that's where I see people get really stuck, insisting that this is the diet we just have to stick with, or this is the brain exercise or program we just have to stick with. And that is also why I'm all about customization. So why my programs are 6, 9, even 12 months, depending on the person I'm working with and what we determine at the clarity call, is because we want to make sure that it's customized. It's not cookie cutter. It's not do it yourself. It's not protocol. Yes, there's a framework. I posted just recently about, we don't want to jump into parasite treatments without prepping the body or start pushing detoxes without laying a foundation. And we certainly don't want to just jump into, cognitive therapy without developing the lower brain levels first. But so we have that framework, but within that framework, we're going to customize and tailor according to what's going on to that person or what's going on with that person. So what I want to caution you is not to assume that things aren't going to work for you or your child just because this thing that worked for this person isn't working for you.